What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Every year, corporate fraud costs companies hundreds of billions of dollars, not just in money, but in trust, reputation, and jobs. From fake invoices to manipulated financial reports, fraud can happen anywhere, even in your company. So how can you stop it, spot it, and build a culture that prevents it altogether? Let's break it down. What is corporate fraud? According to the U.S. Department of Justice, corporate fraud involves large or small-scale illegal acts committed by companies or their executives, including falsifying financial information, self-dealing, obstruction of justice, and other deceptive practices intended to harm investors, employees, or the public.
That's fraud!
The most common types of corporate fraud include financial statement fraud, asset misappropriation, kickbacks, and insider trading. For today's training video, we'll be focusing specifically on kickbacks, which is a form of bribery, which are illegal payments or gifts given in return for favorable treatment. All of these common types of corporate fraud can happen at any time and can happen small and spiral into a full-blown scandal. Kickbacks don't happen randomly. They arise when three conditions come together, often called the fraud triangle. Pressure. Employees of vendors may feel financial strain, face unrealistic sales targets, or experience fear of losing a contract. This pressure pushes them to seek unethical shortcuts, like accepting or offering kickbacks. Opportunity. Kickbacks thrive when companies have weak oversight, such as unmonitored purchasing decisions, single-person approval authority, or close, unreviewed vendor relationships. When no one is watching, improper payments are easier to hide. Rationalization. People involved in kickbacks often justify their behavior, saying things such as, "This is just how the industry works, everyone else does it," or "I deserve something extra for bringing in more business." These self-justifications make unethical actions feel acceptable. When all these three factors come together, pressure, opportunity, and rationalization, the risk of kickbacks increases dramatically. Let's look specifically at Siemens Energy AG, who committed one of the biggest corporate scandals in history using kickbacks.
Hello?
Hi.
Good afternoon, Minister. We've reviewed documents, requirements for the National ID program, and we're prepared to offer the most advanced system with it being secure, efficient, and internationally acceptable.
Well, hi Siemens, thanks for calling. But just to be clear, there are a lot of companies saying the same thing. And so what makes, Siemens so different from the rest?
Well, we understand how things work here. Projects of this scale require, appreciation for those who can make them happen.
Okay. What kind of appreciation are you talking about?
Well, our partners are prepared to allocate additional funds to ensure the contract moves through the proper channels quickly and quietly, if you get what I'm putting down. About 10% of the project value. Payments would be routed through our consultants abroad.
And this wouldn't be tracked back to us?
No, not at all. Payments are classified as consulting expenses, no names, only accounting numbers, so there'd be no way to track it back to you.
Okay. Then I expect Siemens to submit their most, competitive proposal, and I'll make sure it gets approved.
Perfect. You'll have it by Monday.
Thank you.
That's fraud!
Bribes were paid using cash. They used offshore accounts, shell companies, and fake service agreements. Everyone involved used vague language, never saying bribe or kickback. Politicians who received money helped Siemens get paid even after the contract was canceled. It stayed hidden until whistleblowers and international banking investigators uncovered money transfers.
Hello.
Hello, Minister. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you, Tony? Thanks for calling.
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Well, I just wanted to thank you for meeting with us today, and we are excited to discuss the opportunity to contribute to Argentina's digital modernization efforts.
All right. Thank you, Siemens. We appreciate the interest. However, I'm sure you know that there's a lot of competition for this contract, and it's been getting a little bit intense for the past couple of weeks.
Of course, over here at Siemens, we completely understand that other companies want to take up this opportunity. However, we are able to ensure fairness, meaning that we will follow all public advertising guidelines and transparency rules. And on our end, we have already discussed our bid with complete written and online documentation, which includes the specifics, employment commitments, and compliance certifications.
All right, great. That makes me happy to hear. Although some companies have offered, let's say, incentives to help speed up the process.
I understand. However, Siemens' global policy strictly prohibits any form of facilitation or commission payments. Instead, we'd be happy to explore legal and legitimate ways to add value. That's how, as a company, we like to build our long-term trust with others.
That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. In this country, we value expertise, not influence or what you can bring to the table.
Exactly, and that is why we're confident on our proposal, and it will speak for itself through the quality of our work and transparency, and also our commitment to do business the right way.
All right, perfect, Tony. Thank you for calling.
It's good talking to you.
Good talking to you.
That's ethical.
So, how do we protect against corporate fraud? First, you need strong internal controls, which means your company has secure system and regular audits and requires approvals for major transactions. 2, you need ethical leadership. Leaders must model integrity, which means value has to start at the top. 3, anonymous reporting channels. Encourage whistleblowing without fear of retaliation. And 4, regular training. Teach employees how to spot red flags and respond properly. Avoiding corporate fraud isn't just about rules, it's about culture. When people feel trusted, supported, and accountable, fraud has no room to grow. Integrity is the best investment your company can make. Thanks for watching. Stay alert, stay ethical, and stay fraud-free.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you